Hi, Dorothy. So I got your message about the change you made to the auction file, and let's see. So we changed it so that you're setting a Y uh, to you're assigning the reference X to the variable Y here, and then returning Y. But that still doesn't get you around the problem of, what if this index is wrong? And so I guess so I'm just going to want to give you an idea more of what I was getting at. So what I mentioned in the last email was that if the X is or if the number is a bad number, then getLot will return null. Okay, so getLot actually checks for you to see if you actually got a valid lot or not. So let's see what we can do with that. So this here, this X, gives us either gives us a number or doesn't. Okay, I mean, either gives us a valid lot or it gives us a null, right? So if we go back and look at getLot, okay, here what happens is it goes through and if it's a valid lot, so we're looking through all the lots to see if the lot number matches the number of the lot. So if it's a valid lot, then we return that lot. Otherwise, it's still going to be null, right? So if we go down here in our remove lot, we know if let me just show you what's happening now to explain what I think is what I'm seeing going wrong here. So right now what's happening is we're getting X, and X might be null or it might be a valid lot depending on whether this number is valid or not, right? So then you do this other work here that gets us. Okay, so it looks like what we're trying to do is pull X here out of lots, but this X could be a null, right? So that could be a problem, and so if X is null, then we're going to end up getting some index that we might not like, and then we're going to have trouble. So let me just show you when I run it with the this auction test file. So if I say test, let's test remove lot. Okay, I get an error, and if I click over here, it shows that error is array index out of bounds exception, and it's a -1. So it looks like what happened was when we, let's see if I can open this again. There it is. Okay, so what happened was in the case when this number was way out of range, X becomes null. When you try to get the index of null, since null is not one of the values stored in our lots array, this index becomes -1. And then we come down here, because see it says at auction remove lot. Oh wait, you can't see that. It says at auction remove lot auction Java 148. So that's line 148 here. You're trying to remove with a -1, and it's breaking. Okay. Oh, you see these lines here? If you don't have these, if you go to tools, I think it's under tools, options. Oh no, maybe options. Yeah, under options, preferences. If you click, make sure this one right here, display line numbers, is clicked. And if you're on a Mac, I'm not sure. You just need to find wherever your preferences are. You can get all your line numbers here, so that's kind of a help. So our problem was here on line 148. We had this index thing was wrong. So what we can do though is we can just check to see if X is null or not, right? Because if X is null, then we don't have a valid. We weren't able to remove it. So we could just say if X is null, then let's just return null here. Okay, so the idea is you just want to do something reasonable if it's null, and then otherwise we can just return X. Okay, so we don't need any of this stuff. Okay, so really, this was all you needed to do. So it was just to make sure we're getting a valid lot, and then just check to see if that was null or not. Okay, if it's null, oh, actually, you know what? Now that I'm looking at it, you really only needed to, you needed to remove it, right? So, hold on a second. I jumped ahead here. So actually what we want to do is return lots, remove. Yeah, well, you could do this stuff. Okay, so now we know that this will, because we're returning straight away if X is null. So this time we know that if that X is actually one of the lots in our lots array, so we can get the index and do our remove that way. I think you might even be able to just let me just check. You might be able to just remove X. Let me just look in the help here under Java class libraries, and we're removing from an array list, right? Yeah, so lots is an array list. So if we go down here and see, there are a couple of options for remove options for array list. I don't know. Oh yeah, no. This is the one you want with the index, yeah, because that's the one that actually removes the object. So this other remove here, you could name the object, but that just gives you a Boolean that tells you if it's removed or not. So yeah, so you could do it. You can do it this way for sure. Okay. Yeah, so that should work. And then if you have any questions about that, just let me know. You could have used the other remove with Boolean and then, optionally just return the X, but this should work fine. So if that doesn't make sense to you, then just send me an email and we'll talk about it some more. Otherwise, actually, you can just go ahead and still make this fix and resubmit as long as it makes sense to you. All right.